Good morning, Tempe, Arizona. Eric Holscher here, Tempe. Just going out to the garden this morning, wanting to take a look at what we got growing out here. Wow, look at that. I've got melons growing, I've got zucchini growing, and I've got our pup Rosebud down here. Say hi, Rosebud. Good girl. Yep, she's a beauty. Anyways, we're just out here this morning to take a look at the garden and see what we got going on. Over here I got my Tommy Toe tomatoes with my basil and mint growing. Right down here I got my aloe vera growing, and then right over there, let me move in here, those are my Purple Majesty potatoes in a container. And I've got a ton of Kennebec potatoes. Well, not literally a ton, but you know what I'm saying. I got quite a few Kennebecs and Purple Majesties over there too. So this morning I just wanted to show you what I got going on here. I've got quite a few tomatoes here. I've got some Sweet 100s. I've got some Purple Crims. I've got some I've got some Raspberry Liana tomatoes over here, up on strings on my little trellises here. Got a big old Kennebec potato right there. And so I just wanted to come out and show you guys how possible it is to garden in Arizona. I've got some bean plants in here too. I know I got kind of everything kind of mixed together in here, but it seems to be working out pretty well. So just wanted to touch on a few things this morning here. And the first one is garden placement. You know, you want to have your garden, come here Rosebud, come on girl. You want to have your garden placed in an area where it gets a decent amount of sun, but it also gets enough shade. Now, that's one of the biggest things you can have. The other thing is that you want to prep your soil. Come on, Rosebud, let's go. Let's go over here, come here. She's still a pup, so still kind of working with her on not to dig around in the garden yet. So it's a slow process, but hey, see, I'm learning. You are, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Anyways, so you want to get that down. One of the other things I've seen lately too that I wanted to touch on with people is seeing a lot of people going to Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace. They're buying garden soil. Some are going to nurseries and they're buying a ton of transplants and fertilizers. And I've talked to a lot of these people, and one of the things they're doing wrong is they're getting in a rush. They're not doing the research right away on what it takes to make your garden grow. Now, for those of you out here that live in Arizona that garden quite frequently, you know, it takes a lot of work to get a garden to grow out here, especially in a hot sun. Now, if you don't get your garden going by at least the mid to the latter part of February into the beginning of March, it can be very difficult, especially this year because it was so chilly, unseasonably chilly, and then it got real hot real quick. Last week was real warm. This week's real warm. So you really have to get those seeds in or transplants in when it's cooler. Now, that's not to say that you can't get melons or sweet corn in the ground, because they're more of a heat tolerant plant. I'm not trying to discourage anybody either from gardening, but what I want to tell you is that be encouraged. Don't give up on gardening in Arizona. And I'm going to tell you right now, we have 2 growing seasons. So if it didn't do real well right now, or it's not looking good for you, we have 2 growing seasons. And guess what? The next growing season starts in the next 4 months or so, in September. So you can go September, October, November, and part of December. If you're feeling really if you're feeling really rushed to get a garden in, you could probably do it the middle of August. But you have to be careful, because if you got it in full sun and it's a seed, the heat will kill it. So you want to start them inside if you're going to do transplants. But transplants, they don't do well with shock. The zucchini plants I have over here, I grew in seed trays. They had shock to begin with, but fortunately the weather was cool in March enough to where they came out of the shock, and they're doing well now. And you can see that over here with the zucchini. And I got my pumpkins over here. And then, I've got some watermelons growing right down here. See my melons right in there? I gotta trim down this crabgrass over here. But you can see even my potato plants and all my melon plants here. They're flowering. I've self-pollinated them. They're doing real well. So anyways, guys, don't give up on gardening in Arizona. Come on, Rosebud. And so, you know, you just stick to it, you know, like Rosebud knows, you know. She takes it easy out here in the cool grass. But anyhow, you know, just a few things to keep in mind. One, you know, garden placement. Where are you going to put your garden at? Two, you got to really get your soil going. You want really good soil. You don't have to go out and buy these super expensive brands at the nurseries. Even though those are decent brands or very good brands, it's going to set you back an arm and a leg. I didn't go and buy a bag that had a frog on it. I just didn't need to. You can go to Home Depot and you can get some good organic soils. The next thing is water. It's hot out here in the desert. I water my plants once a day, typically early in the morning at around 6:30. If you can't get up that early, do it in the evening at about 5:30. You can water it then, but don't water it mid-afternoon. It's so hot it can burn the leaves to get watered on the leaves, so you don't want to do that. And then, you know, one of the other things is you know, always, you know, be pulling weeds, checking on your garden, and, you know, maintaining it. If you do those things, you'll be fine. I'll make another video here soon. I'm going to show you all of my, you know, tomatoes I'm going to be getting off my plants. I mean, you can certainly see right here all the flower heads on my tomatoes. I have them all over. I'm going to have quite a few tomatoes this year. All of my tomato plants have got dozens upon dozens of flowers. Did you guys hear that? Look at that up there. We got birds up in the trees. It's amazing, isn't it, right now? You know, from all the coronavirus, you know, the wildlife is really going. It's awesome. I've seen foxes here in Tempe, too, in my backyard. It's a mulberry tree up here. So, they're that, I think that's I want to say a starling bird went up there right there. But, got a couple nests in there. I'm going to take you over here to my tomatoes here, my Tommy Toes. And I'm going to show you right in here. Look at those beauties. Beautifully ripe. I've got all kinds of tomatoes just growing on this thing here. It's all over the place. So, I mean, they're taking off like crazy. I've probably got about, I'd say, at least 250 tomatoes growing on here. And I got my mint right here. I got my basil down here. It's just really taking off. I got some more tomatoes right down here. So anyways, guys, just want to encourage you, stick with the gardening. I'm going to make some more videos. I don't do the best editing, so please be gracious with me. But I just want everybody to be successful when they're gardening in Arizona. Just remember the things I said at the beginning of the video. And then I've got some videos I made last year that are very helpful. But hey, y'all make it a great day, and we'll be back soon. Right, Rosebud? Rosebud, come here. Come on, girl. Let's go. Come on. All right, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.